I'm starting early today, folks, and I'm just going to begin with a little interview between Jeremy Corbyn, when he was standing on the platform, and was questioned by a Martha Kearney of the BBC, asking him, and here's my point, has Labour become a tainted brand? His response, I'm not going to play it here, was absolutely as expected and totally amazing. He said, and he said it many times before, anybody that pushes for social change will always be fired upon, attacked, demonised, and people, especially the establishment, will try and put them down. He mentioned, of course, the great Keir Hardie, and he mentioned that loads of people in that audience were wearing badges with Keir Hardie's face on, the founder of the Labour Party, a true socialist, and a man of vision. But I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes, maybe less, on her choice of the analogy, has the Labour brand become tainted? Brand. Doesn't that just fit in perfectly with the mainstream media and their idea that everything from peanut butter to nuclear weapons is a brand, and as a brand it is marketed. As a brand, you're going to be sold these ideas. So what's your brand? Is your brand the Tory brand? Is your brand the mainstream media brand? A bit of Tory branding. What would we say about that brand? Well, full of race hate, full of anger, full of angst, full of prejudice, and above all, full of this kind of sense of entitlement. A brand that appeals to the me first generation. A brand that appeals to the I want it now, I don't care, I'll have it. If I have to claw my way over you to get it, I'll have it. I'll have what I want, when I want, if I have to destroy your NHS, if I have to starve your schools of funds, if I have to let your old and sick die in poverty, I'm going to be rich, I'll have what I want, and my brand is the me brand, the Tory brand, the British brand. For crying out loud, we're not talking about brands. We're talking about how people live. Just get a few of these facts, right? I'm only going to be brief, but just get them, okay? In Tory Britain today, children this morning have gone to school hungry because their parents, even those who are working, could not afford to give them breakfast. I will conclude in a minute. Forgive me for getting a bit wound up, but it's important. Right, another thing that you will know is happening. Those same children at that school, young teenage girls, are suffering as a result of what has been termed period poverty. It's a bit media-like and it rhymes and all that lot, but it's true. They cannot afford to purchase sanitary products, so they simply don't go to school. Is that about brand quality? Is that about brands? Whose brand is tainted? If we're going to go down sticking to that brand idea, the Tory, obnoxious, filth brand. The brand that is marketed and it says on the tin, does what it says on the tin, feeds the billionaires, makes you money while other people suffer. The Tory brand, the I'm all right Jack brand, written across the tin like it would be with a tin of fence paint that you can buy at B&Q. So if you want to vote for the I'm all right brand, if you want to vote for the pull up the ladder brand, if you want to vote for the I couldn't give a toss brand, if you want to vote for the racist brand, the Brexit means Brexit brand, then listen to everything on the BBC, because it'll all point you in that way. And another thing, it will reduce everything to simple binary choice. Party A or Party B. It will reduce everything to this simple choice between alternatives. Britain can do better. Britain will do better. Britain is better than the Tory party. Britain will vote Labour, because actually, rather than going on about brands, people do care for other human beings. We can be renowned for that. Let's show it. Show some compassion. Vote Labour.